Excellent. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, it smells like pizza liquid.
That seems like you know the presentation pretty well. And then don't really don't want to be one of those.
Maybe a party. What were you doing? You want to join us? Yeah, she was. It's fine, I can stay. We have 3 chairs. 3 chairs, honey. Down? Yeah.
Dude, I did nothing but fold those in my room.
I thought all of these.
Are you taking well, last hour was sociology. This hour is culture. Right?
Yeah, it's that way on the, it's still good by time file. But I just didn't want to rattle off 30 CRMs. It gets really confusing that way.
That's all. Yeah, I mean, I also have Spanish to work up. We do that next
Yeah, 4.
I'm mainly worried about
Brandon. Good morning, everybody. My name is Cody. I work at WSU Tech in the high school department. In the back of the room, I've got Kayla and Ann, who are also here with me to help get you signed up for college classes. For those of you that sat through this presentation in the first hour, I'm sorry. It's probably going to be a little bit better than the first hour, but please don't have too much expectation. We're signing up for college level credit, right? We're signing up for classes that can count for college credit. These classes are things that can be transferred to other state colleges, other institutions within the state of Kansas. They can also possibly transfer out of state, but it will depend on the school that you're transferring to on whether or not they will accept these credits. So, general education classes, Gen Eds. These classes have a tuition cost. They are $149 for a 3 credit hour class. They are $199 for a 4 or a 5 credit hour class. Anybody know what the cost of 1 credit hour is right now at Wichita State? $250. Like $250 a class is a credit at Wichita State right now. That means WSU class is in the neighborhood of $700 to $750 for 1 class. That same class for you while you're in high school is $149. Now, I don't know anybody in here well enough to know how much money you got, what your plans are for college, but I would imagine that if I showed up and I was like, hey, you're shopping for a new phone, I got the phone that you're looking for, $500 less if you go buy it over there. You'd probably go to that store and buy it rather than buying it for $500 more, right? Same thing with education. Shouldn't be any different. These classes will transfer, these classes will transfer anywhere in the state. They'll go anywhere that you would like to go. I got a little excited and started a little bit earlier. I thought I counted all 4 classes, but we'll wait for these next couple of students to come in and sit down. We'll get them caught up and we'll keep moving. If everybody would go ahead and pull out their device. Go ahead and pull out your devices. Make your way to this website right here, myjumpstart.wsutech.edu. Go ahead and open up your device. Make your way to that website. The website is mobile friendly, so if your device is in need of a charge, it's a little sleepy because you were working on homework late last night, you didn't get it plugged in. You can use your mobile. I saw a couple of you look at the back of the room when I said you can use your cell phone. Y'all looked at the staff back there and were like, am I supposed to pull out the phone right now or not? You can use your phone, but if we scroll behind you and we see you on TikTok, guess what? You're not where you're supposed to be, and then you got to put your phone away. Then you have a conversation about why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Thank you.
For those of us that just came in, my name's Cody. At the back of the room, we got Kayla and Ann, and this is why we're here. We're here to talk about signing up for college classes. You're opening your device, making your way to myjumpstart.wsutech.edu. One more time for those folks that are just joining us. Open up your open up a device, make your way to that website that's up there on the screen. Just curious, for our own knowledge, how many of us have ever taken a WSU Tech class before? Okay, for those of us that have taken a tech class, why don't you go ahead and try to log into your account? If you're not able to get into your account, take your device back to the back where Ann and Kayla are set up, and they will look up your username or reset your password, depending on what you need. Transferable general education classes. Again, they're $149 for a 3-credit-hour class, $199 for a 4 or a 5-credit-hour class, and we guarantee that these classes will transfer anywhere in the state. Now, out of state, you need to talk to the school that you're transferring to. I talked to a student on the way in. She was planning on going out of state. Our classes, she's already found out, don't transfer to the university that she wants to go to. So, doesn't make sense to sign up for these classes if it's going out of state and it doesn't transfer. If you don't know if the class is going to transfer or not, you need to have a conversation with the school that you're transferring to. So if you want to go to Newman's a private school, you need to have a conversation with them on whether or not they take our credits. I can tell you they take a lot. Grades. Grades in college classes, just like the grades in your high school classes, matter. But there's this wrong saying for college classes. It's down there at the bottom. A D does not equal degree. You have to get a C or higher in order to pass the class and get the credit. C or higher in order to pass the class. Poor grades are going to hit you in 2 places for a college class like this. It's going to hit you on your college transcript. It's also going to hit you on your high school transcript. Poor grades on your transcript could impact scholarship applications. Could impact acceptance into competitive programs. We'll talk about ways that we can support you in your class if you're struggling in a little bit, but grades matter. You've got to have a C or higher in order to get the credit. I recommend taking a picture of this slide. Please pull your phones out, take a picture of this, because these are the important dates that you need to know. Important dates that you need to know. We have to be signed up for these classes. We have to make our online request by September the 8th. September the 8th, we have to have that online request made. If you call us on the 9th and you're like, hey, I'm not able to log in, we're going to say, yeah, we know the deadline was yesterday. If you're not able to sign up with us while we're here today, you have until the 8th of September to get signed up. Email invoices, your bill, we will email it to you September 19th. And we'll send it to the email that you use to sign up for your account. We don't send it to any other email except for the one that you give us. That's where we're going to send it. The following week, the week of September 22nd, we show up with a big stack of paper and we give it to Miss Allen and we're like, hey, here are all the invoices for all your students. Miss Allen will then have those delivered to your classroom. Somebody will show up and we're like, hey, here's your bill. Here's your papers. Somebody gave you something. You'll look at it. It'll have what you owe for the classes that you signed up for. It will also have instructions on how to pay for those classes. Payment is due by September 29th. Payment is due by September 29th. Now look, you don't get the bill until September 19th. And then we have 10 days to make that payment. So if you're in here today and you're signing up for 3 or 4 classes, you need to have a conversation with your adult, your parent, your guardian, the person that you hope is going to help pay for these classes. Because the last thing adults like is to know that we got a $300, $500, $600 bill that we got to figure out how to pay in 10 days. Talk to those people about this process as soon as you see them. Paying for your balance can be done online. There's a simple way to do that, but we do have to wait until it says registered, and we have to wait until we get that invoice sent via email. You can't pay for something until you get a bill. Okay? You can make payments. This is another slide that we recommend taking pictures of because it does give you contact information for the business office if you've got questions about making payments or if you want to set up a payment plan. Now the payment plan that you see up here is set up with a 3-payment process, but you could make 4 payments and get each one of those payments decreased by a little bit. Payment plans must be set up with the business office by the 20th of October. Now I know that I just showed you a slide that said that the bill was due September 9th or 29th. By the 20th, if we haven't made payments, then they're going a different route to start to collect that money. Okay? I'm going to cover FERPA in just a minute when we actually walk through the application process. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense to go with the app. We'll leave that right there for right now. All right, so on our devices, we have opened up a website that should look like this. Yes? myjumpstart.wsutech.edu. For those of us that have an account, were we able to get logged in? Awesome. I just want you to hang out for me for a second. For those of us that are already logged in, we're going to get everybody else caught up, and then we'll circle back. If you have never taken a WSU Tech class before, I'd like for you to click on High School Student. And then on the right side, we're going to click on Start New Application. This is what our application looks like. Couple of things about the app, and then I'm going to be quiet, drink some coffee, and let you work through the application. Capitalize your first and last name, please. You're a proper noun. And I know it doesn't seem like it makes a big difference, but that actually is something that shows up on our audit report, and we have to go in and change it every time a student enters it in with a lowercase letter. That doesn't seem like a big deal if we did it one time, but we're going to do it like 350 some odd times for Valley, plus all the other schools that we have to go to. That's a lot of changes. Capitalize your first and last name. Next thing that I want to talk about, Social Security. You need to know your social in order to be able to finish this application. If you can't get in touch with the person that has your Social Security card while you're sitting in here today, then you're not able to finish the application, and you have until September 8th to get that done. Email. How many of us are seniors? Where are my seniors at here? Seniors? Why do I tell everybody not to use their school email address? What happens after you graduate? Locked up. No more access. Right? So if you had to do a password reset, and it was sending the reset back to your school email, and you can't get in, that's probably pretty frustrating, right? So on your email, when you're entering in an email here, use a personal email. Don't use your school email. Also, just a side note, like a personal area that I believe and am really passionate about, like you need to have a professional email address, right? Like if you got to whisper to somebody like, hey, my email address is, sorry, I made it in middle school. It's time to change it, right? Have something that's a professional email. First name, last name, grad date as an ID. Whatever your email is, put it in there. You get to make your own password. It can't be something that's common, so you can't use like your first name, Valley Center Hornets 1 as a password. It's got to be something a little bit more secure than that. Last thing that I want to touch on is just down here when it says high school graduation month and year. We have two options listed. We've got an option like in December and then an option in May. It depends on when you graduate. If you're an early grad and you graduate at midterm, then you're going to select December for whatever your grad year is. If you're a junior, it would be 12/26 if you're graduating at midterm. If you're walking in May, then you're going to select the 05 and then whatever your grad year is. All right, as promised, I'm going to be quiet for a minute. I'm going to let you work through the application. We're going to cruise around. If you get stuck on something, if you've got a question about something, like raise your hand, make some sort of eye contact with us. Myself, Kayla, Miss Allen, we can all help with that. So let us know if you have any questions, and we'll move on here in just a few minutes. Oh my gosh, I feel for you. I feel for you.
Hey, don't.
All right, I saw someone was working through that application. I'll let you keep working through it. But for those of us that were able to already get logged in, I just want to walk you through the next couple of steps. That way you can like start working on notes for next hour or catch up on sleep or whatever it is that you need to do in the next 20 or 30 minutes. All right, if you were able to log in to your account, this is what it should look like for you. Now, if it doesn't look like this, then you probably got a pop-up for our student agreement. And our student agreement is something that you will have to sign, so if you closed out of it, don't worry, it's going to pop up the next time you click into another window. The student agreement is very similar to the agreement that you signed to be a student here at Valley Center. I'm going to be a good student. I'm going to show up prepared for class. I'm going to treat my instructor, my classmates with respect. The work that I turn in is going to be my own work. There's also a part on there about bills, and you're accepting the responsibility to cover the cost of any bill that comes along with taking this class. There's a spot for you to mark for fall 25 and spring 26. You can mark both of those boxes, and then at the bottom, there's a place for you to sign your signature using your mouse pad. Sign that student agreement, and then the next thing that we're going to do is click on Enroll in Classes. From here, the first thing I want you to do is change this from show 10 to show 50. That way you can see a lot more of the classes all on one page. And then we're going to scroll through and we're going to find the class that we're in. So if we're taking general psychology with Willis this hour, we check the box over here on the left-hand side. And then you can also scroll through and look for your other classes. Absolutely.
Just pay attention though, because you're going to select the correct class hour, and some of those names are different than what we call it. So like when you saw Chemistry 1, that's AP Chem. Okay? So make sure that it is the correct teacher and hour, because if you're like, oh, I'm in Chem 1, but that's not my teacher, it's because you're in Chemistry 1 here, not in AP Chem, which is their Chem 1. So there's a couple that are different. Woodworking principles will be Intro to Craft Skills. So if you have questions, you're not seeing it, let me know, because I can tell you what it's called both ways.
You can also verify that information over here on the right side to make sure that you've got the right teacher, right class time. After you've selected the classes that you want, scroll down to the bottom and hit Enroll for Selected. You'll know that you have requested the class because you'll get this green check mark. After you get that green check mark, I want us to scroll up and click on this tab right here that says My Classes. When you click on that, you'll then see all the courses that you've requested. Over here on the right side, you'll see your class status. Right now, it's showing as applied because we just made the request. If we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see all of the course statuses. Your course is going to move through several different statuses as it goes through different approval stages. So right now, you just requested the class, so it's going to say applied. Over the next couple of days, Ms. Allen's going to go through and approve or deny your request. So then you'll see it move to approved or not approved. Then after it's moved to the approved stage, our staff will go through, confirm that we have everything that you need, and then move you to register. You are not actually in the college class until your status says registered. Now that may take a few weeks for that process to happen. As long as it shows applied and then approved, you've done all that you can do. Then you're waiting on us. Next thing that we're going to cover is parental consent. Over on the left side, please click on parental consent. This is the number one reason why students don't get enrolled into classes, is because we don't get their parental consent. We don't get a guardian's approval for them to take this class. Now, if you're over the age of 18, right now, you don't have to have parental consent. Everybody else does. So what I want you to do, verify your parent guardian name, verify their email address, click that yellow box that says send consent form. And then you need to have a conversation with whoever you sent that to. So if I sent my consent to Miss Allen, I then need to say, hey, Miss Allen, I sent you something in your email. I need you to check it, sign it, send it back so that I can get the college credit that I'm trying to sign up for. Probably want to have a little bit more conversation than just that, right? Like, oh yeah, I signed up for a college class. It has a cost. I need you to sign this parental consent. If your parent guardian goes into their email address and says, hey, I don't have it, it's not in my inbox, check junk, check spam. It gets hung up in there a lot. The next thing is highly recommended, and this is our FERPA consent. It's over on the left-hand side as well. Click on FERPA consent. This is the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. This means I can't talk to anybody about your grades, your attendance, your bill, anything to do with your WSU TAP class, unless you tell me that I can. And the way that you give us that permission is by filling out this form. Show of hands, how many of us hope that somebody's going to help us pay for this class? If we're signing up for a class, we hope somebody else is going to help us pay for it. Yeah, if you're hoping that somebody else is going to pay for it, they better be on this form. Because we can't even take their payment if they're not listed on here. How do we fill out this form? You put the person that you want us to be able to release information to in one of these two boxes. You tell us what information we can release by checking these boxes. I recommend release all information. And then you create your own custom code. And this code is 3 digits and 2 letters. And then you need to share that code with the person that you're hoping is going to call on your behalf. So if Miss Allen said she was going to pay for my class, thank you. I'm going to put Miss Allen up there on the top. I'm going to release all information, and then I'm going to tell her my code is VC123. Don't use that code, by the way. So I'm using that as my example every hour. VC123 is my code. Then when Miss Allen calls and she's like, hey, I want to pay Cody's bill, the first question they're going to ask her is, what's the FERPA code? Oh, I got this, VC123. Then we're ready to talk. Without that code, our office isn't going to release any information to her. You can also go through here and change this at any time. So if me and Miss Allen are cool this week, but next week I don't want her being able to get information on what I'm doing in class, I can go in here and take her off of this. FERPA consent is not required, but highly recommended. I get probably a phone call a day from a parent that I can't release information to because their student doesn't have this filled out. Highly, highly recommended. Was anybody not able to find their class that they needed? For those of us that were able to get into our account, was there anybody not able to find the classes that we were looking for? How many of us are still working on the application? Still working through that app?
And just a heads up on classes, if you are in regular college algebra, that's second semester. If you're in pre-calc, that's the college algebra that you're going to sign up for right now. So pre-calc first semester is college algebra. Regular college algebra for us is next semester. So you're not signing up.
I forgot one step. Let's talk about supporting documents. Supporting documents. I need all of you that are signing up for a college level class to make sure that you're uploading a copy of your high school transcript to this account. And the way that you load up that high school transcript is you go to your student portal. What do you guys use, Ms. Allen?
I'm so sorry, what?
Your-
Infinite Campus.
Infinite Campus.
And it's under Documents, Unofficial Transcript.
So you'll go to Infinite Campus, Documents, Unofficial Transcript, and you'll download that to your device. Once you download that to your device, then you're going to come in and you are going to upload that here. Choose a file. Select the file, transcript. Hit the upload. Everybody will need to provide a copy of their transcript. You might also need to provide additional documentation if you're in a class like CNA. CNA will need a copy of your TB skin test. We'll also need a copy of your social security card. And we'll need both of those things in order for you to take that CNA class. And so you can upload those here as well. For advising and enrollment questions, these are the people that will handle those issues. For Valley Center, your person is Megan. The way that you reach out to Megan is with an email to hsadmissions@wsutech.edu. The way that you reach out to Megan is an hsadmissions@wsutech.edu. Guess what? That email address is at the bottom of every single page in your student account. You scroll down to the bottom on any page, you're going to see that HS Admissions email. If you've got questions about options through WSU Tech, ways that you could use us building towards certification or degree, ways that you could use us as a stepping stone into another institution, using us like a community college. If you've got questions about what we can offer, connect with our recruitment team. Your recruiter here for Valley is Tyler, and you can reach out to them at recruitment@wsutech.edu. If you are a military affiliated student, military affiliated, meaning somebody in your immediate household has served, then there may be some benefits that you have that you could use for going to college. These are what are called VA benefits. And if you're curious about how those benefits may apply to you, you can reach out to Terry Shippen. She is our expert on helping students through those different scenarios or situations. You're not able to use those benefits until you're 18 and have graduated from high school. If you're signing up for a class or thinking about signing up for a class, please take a picture of this. This is probably one of the most important slides that we're going to cover today. What are you responsible for? What are you responsible for? Well, first, you're responsible for the payment of the class. You're responsible for payment. I should actually probably add something else to that. You're responsible for signing up for the class. Nobody's going to do that for you. That's your responsibility. You have until September 8th to sign up. After you sign up, you're responsible for payment. If you decide that you don't want to take the class after you've signed up, you're responsible for dropping it. You can't go to your instructor or your teacher and say, hey, I want to drop this class. You can't go to your counselor and say, hey, take me out of that WSU Tech class. You can't go talk to Miss Allen. You have to email HS Admissions. It's the only way to drop the class is by letting us know. We don't ask you a bunch of questions if you want to drop. We're not going to run you through 20 questions like, why do you want to drop? What's going on? What can we do? You say you want to drop, we're probably going to go and talk to your instructor for a second, like, hey, they said they want to drop. Is there anything that we can do? No? All right, well, let's drop them then. We'll get you dropped from the class. Got to sign up before the deadline. Hey, there's that one. We just need to move that one up. And then lastly, you're responsible for sending your transcript from WSU Tech to whatever your next institution is. So if you're going to Wichita State, you got to send our transcript to them to get the college credits. If you're going to KU, K-State, Emporia State, Fort Hays State, Pittsburgh State, I think I got all of them. There's a lot of state schools. I'm not trying to leave anybody out. If I left out your favorite school there, I didn't mean to. Any questions that you have need to go here. hsadmissions@wsutech.edu. Another resource that's really good to use is Miss Allen. Use your counseling office. Talk to somebody if you have a question. Don't sit in that question by yourself, because if you ask it early enough, there's usually some sort of option that we have. But if you sit on it too long, we might not be able to do anything about it. Questions, comments, things that I can review again. Everybody should have gotten, when you walked in, a little half sheet of paper folded in half, right? Those are the instructions for everything that I just went through. I highly recommend that you take that piece of paper back to the place that you stay and you talk to the adult and you're like, hey, look, I did a thing. Use that piece of paper as your resource. Because if you show up and you're like, hey, I signed up for a college class today, it's only $149, they're probably going to look at you like you misunderstood something. Take that piece of paper and go, no, 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 look. Set it down on the table, take a step back. Slow movements in front of parents and guardians, right? We don't want to move too fast. They get excited. Really, no questions, no comments, no concerns? For my folks that saw this first hour, better or worse this hour? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Oh, okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Got a little more coffee in me. Made a couple more trips back and forth across the stage.
All the handouts that they have, they gave to me. I posted it in your class, Google Classroom, minus the freshmen. And then I've also emailed it to both you and your parents and guardians last night. So they should have all of this as well, but it doesn't hurt to bring it to their attention.
We love Miss Allen. All right, well, if you guys don't have any questions, then we're not going to dismiss right now back to class. We're going to stay here. We're going to hang out. All right? Utilize your free time, because you don't get a lot of it, right? Throughout the day when you're here, you don't get like, oh, hey, here's 15 minutes of free time. So use it wisely. Don't get too loud. If you have any questions, Ann, Kayla, and I are at the back. We'd be happy to answer them if you got it.
Oh, really?
Just make sure other than get the presidents and sign, like make sure that they sign it. Yes.
You guys like this?
Correct, yeah. We only ask for a transcript each semester because if you have one previously, it doesn't help. Right. What classes are you taking?
Yeah, if you want to sign up for college classes. Are you ready to gotta start that in. Keep forgetting that very end. know. Our Wi-Fi?
Sorry, I'll put one face on my
I now have 4 cars. And all of them are doing insurance on like Christmas. Because most of them are considered luxuries. Mine's about $2,000.
A wreck. Like he got it.
Cheaper if it's wrecked.
It's like $22 for that thing. It's great. It's a I don't see it. I don't get roadside assistance. Breaks down, they'll tow it for me for free.
One of my
I love the product.